So here's an example of when we can use conditions from the general equation to answer unknowns. So here in this question it's saying, what value of k does a circle exist, right? So when can a circle exist? Well, a circle is So in this lesson, we're going to look at how you can use the rules from the general equation to solve unknowns about a question. So here we're asked, for what values does a circle exist in this equation of a circle? So if you think about it, when can a circle exist? Well, basically it's a kind of, you think of it as like a physical object. So it must have, and it's defined by the distance from the center to the edge. So therefore, it must have some positive difference. There must be some distance. So the radius will always have to be greater than 0 for a circle to exist. Because for a radius of 0, it doesn't exist. And for a negative radius, how would that work? It doesn't really work. Okay? So that's the condition you need to really think about. It needs to think what r is equal to the square root of g squared plus f squared minus c. So you can even take away the square root here and you can just think g squared plus f squared minus c has got to be greater than 0. Okay, that's your condition. So let's go back and have a look at the actual equation. Okay, so you've got x squared plus y squared minus 2kx minus 4y plus k squared plus k minus 4. Okay, so let's try and think about what part relates to what. So first of all, if you've got, what to think about, you've got 2g equals 2k minus 2k. So g equals minus k. You've got 2f equals negative 4. So f equals negative 2. And you've got c, which is all of this bit here. So c is equal to k squared plus k minus 4. Okay, so let's have a think. So knowing all this, we've got the condition of g squared plus f squared minus c must be greater than 0. So now we can substitute in all our values. So this, I'll do it in the colors, then I'll go to one color. So this becomes minus k squared plus minus 2 squared minus k squared minus k minus 4. It's got to be greater than 0. So this becomes positive k squared. This becomes 4. That becomes minus k squared. It becomes positive k. And then this becomes positive 4. K squareds cancel. This is, oh sorry, that should be a plus k, which would make this minus k. So this then becomes minus k plus 8 is greater than 0. So this becomes minus k is greater than minus 8. And you divide both sides by negative 1. You're going to get k is going to be less than 8. Okay, when you divide by a negative, the inequality sign changes. So therefore, for a circle to exist, the value of k that you substitute in here has to be less than 8. That's the rule. If it's bigger than 8, then the radius will be smaller than 0 and it won't exist. So there you are.